Hi guys and ladies, I did a recipe 3 years ago for chicken parmesan wings. That was delicious. It had a low-carb breading, and I've been wondering if I could do that again, but with fish. So I picked up all the ingredients. Except one, and you know what it is. The fish. I'm gonna make my first cast right here off the dock. Let's try for bluegill, and we can start out with this. It's a little 1/32 ounce jig with a little fake 1-inch minnow called a gulp. It's packed in a slimy, smelly solution. Well, read the notes below for all the info on the tackle, the lake, the fish, the recipes, everything. Let's get fishing. Look! I've got a perch. It must be fall. I always catch perch in the fall, and this is a good one. You bet I'm going to say this is the best eating fish in the world. You bet I'm going to save him. Right at the boat. Wow! Oh my goodness, it's a big one. Nothing like catching perch and crappie when you're out bluegill fishing. I need to remove these from the lake. Biologist advice. They're okay to eat, not my favorite though. Yeah, another crappie. Yeah. Oh. This is a crappie day. Yeah. What is it? A bass, I think. Yeah. No. What is this? A crappie day is an understatement. So here's what I'm doing. I'm putting a mealworm on because I'm tired of these crappie and I want to catch a bluegill. Let's see what happens. There's a fish on there. I finally got a bluegill. 7 3/4. That's big enough to keep. Oh, an enormous perch again. You know, I go 8 months without catching a perch, and then I get 2. This is a jumbo perch in any lake. Well, I caught a decent bluegill. It's not huge. It's okay. Bah. 7 3/4. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa! A bonanza day! Look at the size of this yellow perch. I'm perching today. Where are the bluegill? Yeah, that felt good. Where is he? Oh, I knew I had to get my bluegill eventually. I mean, that's a massive, wow. It's only 9 inches. But it's so fat. I'm having them for dinner. Looky here. I've got 3 big crappie, 3 bluegill, and 3 huge perch. Let's get in the house and fillet these beauties. We've got plenty for our recipe. Yesterday, we had a little trouble catching bluegill, but to the rescue came the crappie and perch. And looky here, the bluegill and perch alone gave us 1.25 pounds of these pretty fish fillets. And I'm going to prepare these like I did that chicken parm wing recipe that day. But my idea is to use Asiago in place of the Parmesan, and I'll keep this meal low carb too. But let's now do a little quickie side dish to warm us up some. I've got our pot on medium, and I've got a tablespoon of olive oil in there, and I'm just adding a heaping teaspoon of this minced garlic from the jar. You know me. A can of low sodium chicken broth going in. Now going in 2/3 cup of heavy whipping cream. For added thickness and bulk, 1/2 brick of cream cheese. Who needs flour? Who needs a roux? Who wants to eat flour and butter? I've got over 2 cups of these tiny broccoli florets going in. Look, it's simmering away. I've got almost 2 cups of this pre-shredded cheese from the package. You have to use pre-shredded in this case. And just a little bit at a time, I'm going to add it to our soup so it melts in really nicely. Thickens it up too. This is the last of our cheese. I'm going to simmer this for like 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes until the broccoli is tender. Then I'll just put it aside and we'll get on to our fish. I've got 8 ounces of this Asiago cheese, and my idea is to grate it as finely as possible. It's a little softer than Parmesan, so it may not work. I don't know. I've got 3 large eggs here, and I'm making an egg wash. So I grated up 4 ounces of that Asiago, and look, it produced about 1.5 cups. Let's see. Pour that in there. I've got over 1 cup of breadcrumbs. Not exactly breadcrumbs. These are low-carb pork rinds, ground up pork rinds. That's how I did that chicken Parmesan. I've got our fish here. Let's get going. I'm going to run it into the egg wash, drain it, and then put it in the breading. Breading, low carb. Nice enough. Let's see. Look at this. I just had enough. Let's put it on our rack. We're done. I got our fish all nicely breaded, but you know what? I forgot to spray cooking oil on the rack. Who thinks it's going to stick? Who doesn't? I don't know. It's going in for 10 minutes. I've got the oven pretty high, about 430, 440 in about there, 10 minutes. While our fish is roasting away in the oven, I ought to tell you all the famous celebrity restaurant and food critic, Miss Lulu Cheeks herself, is about to arrive here for dinner tonight. You already know that we've been seeing each other for over 50 years, but for some reason, she doesn't seem to want to marry me. If I could only stress to her the benefits of marriage, I think she just might consider marrying me. It's been 10 minutes. Let's get it out. Wow, they look wonderful, but I'm not finished. I want to crisp them up even more, so I'm going to put them under the broiler for about 1.5 minutes. Keep your fingers crossed. There's the buzzer. It looks great. It looks like we can get these free. Look, came right off. I didn't oil the grate. I'm going to taste some of this. Oh, the soup is creamy, warm, rich. Oh, cheesy, cheesy. Now, the fish. Crunchy on the outside. That's important. I do get the Asiago flavor. No salt or pepper needed. This is just perfectly seasoned. It's a nuttier, sweeter cheese than Parmesan. Both are good, but this is really great. Here we are once again with the famous celebrity restaurant and food critic, Miss Lulu Cheeks. Thank you so much for joining me here at my shameful, shabby chateau. And you had a chance to sample my cheesy cream broccoli soup and my Asiago Crusted Fish. And what did you think?
Oh, it was very good. The soup was very tasty and very refreshing and cheesy. And the fish was very crispy and nice.
Crunchy.
Very nice and cheesy.
Oh,
yes,
thank
very
you.
good.
And that cheese had a little different character than Parmesan.
Sure.
To me, it was nuttier.
Yes.
And sweeter.
I like Asiago, yes.
Good. Miss Cheeks? Oh, I mean Lulu. Did you know that married women live longer than single women?
It only seems longer.
Oh, yeah. Can I have a hug?